before we close this out, we have to talk about one of my favorite content creators of all time. Once again,
So I thought that we were going to be in store.
after not talking about him for quite a while now, ranting for vengeance, because he's made a video talking about the new Spider-Man movie that's in production right now, and you can see he's had a glow up. Ranting for vengeance had a glow up. He's ditched the glasses. The hair's gotten messier. Okay, he looks he looks like he's on HRT. Is that wrong to say? He looks like he's mid transition. And that's not me being transphobic. That's just like, that's what he looks like. Mitch's live if you want to raid him. Oh, this kid, yeah. yeah. This is fucking funny. This is fucking funny right here.
So I thought that we were going to be in store for a more comic accurate positive change with the up and coming Spider-Man Brand New Day. But I should have just stuck to my guns, because what we're getting is not comic accurate. And not only that, it's also filled with fake Punisher, feminist bitch,
It's like, whoa.
And maybe even a race swap.
Is that a woman? Is that a woman automatically feminist?
Of a classic character. But before we get into it, if you like these type of videos and you agree with what I say, maybe consider subscribing or supporting me over on Patreon. So I've talked a small bit about Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies before, and I'll just be honest, he's the worst Spider-Man, and all of his movies are the worst Spider-Man movies.
He's the what was that sentence?
Honest, he's the worst Spider-Man, and all of his movies are the worst Spider-Man movies.
That's a fucking sentence. I can see why, like, dude, I hope you're still going to school, because goddamn your grammar.
I really do hate The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and although Part 2 is a lot better, it still has its problems. But still...
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is objectively the worst Spider-Man movie of all time. What the fuck you mean?
All that aside, the Andrew Garfield movies beat Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because...
No, they fucking don't. Don't get me wrong, I love Andrew Garfield. He is the best part of those movies. Him and Gwen Stacy are like the best part of those movies, alright? I love them. I love those characters to death. But that doesn't change the fact that the fucking second one is like the worst movie of all time.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man is this squeaky-voiced kid by some ugly bitch, Zendaya, who should not...
Fucking Zendaya catching fucking strays.
Not be playing Mary Jane Watson. And please don't come at me with that bullshit of she's not even playing MJ, she's playing Michelle Jones. Stop coping. You know what it is. They want to destroy the original characters.
They want you to destroy the original character
and source material. So they make Spider-Man into a weak cock, and then they take Peter Parker
when?
Parker's biggest love interest, Mary Jane Watson, and they turn her from a hot redhead into a race swap bitch who looks like an 11-year-old boy from the slums of Brazil. But even though all of those movies sucked, I was being positive about Brand New Day, which is a really crappy title, by the way. But yeah, I was being...
Yeah, I mean, not really. It's like Brand New Day. It's a brand new start for Spider-Man. This is like a clean slate, okay? He doesn't have the gadgets anymore. He's fucking on his own, okay? He's got no friends. He's got no MJ with him.
Hopeful we're gonna get a Spider-Man movie that has him in the blue and red costume, and maybe he might be acting like the actual character of Spider-Man. And who knows, maybe that might be the case. I don't really care, because everything else in the movie sounds garbage. So you had the usual lies here. Spider-Man Brand New Day will be like a comic book brought to life. And yeah, the suit is probably the best Tom Holland suit and one of the best Spider-Man suits in the last few years.
Dude, he said something positive. Holy shit. Give this motherfucker some gold stars. He said something positive for once.
But by God, are people hyping this up? Like I'll show on screen right now. There were some leaked set photos and people were just losing their minds.
How fucking dare? How fucking dare people be excited for a movie? Shame on them. How dare they be excited for a movie? How fucking dare they?
I mean real cringe queers all over Twitter saying aura and this is gonna be peak, it's gonna be fire. Is it just me, or with these brand new superhero movies like Superman, Fantastic Four, Batman Part 2 and now this, there's a massive movement on the internet hyping this crap up and it all feels super fake, like these people are being paid or something to make the movie sound amazing. And as I say all the time, Marvel and DC are basically dead, so I don't think it would be out of the picture to create a big load of fake hype around a movie. Like legitimately calm the hell down. It's not that good. It's still Tom Holland, the gay weak Brit underneath the
gay weak. Okay, you know, I think there might be some bias here with him being an Irishman. With him being an Irishman, you know, he's got something against the British. I can't blame him for that hate, you know. But I think that might be clouding some of his judgment, you know.
Costume. Just because he's standing up in a crowd of people does not make it comic accurate. And
oh, come on, you got me. That's a good fucking shot. That's a good shot right there. I mean, obviously it doesn't say anything about the movie quality because, you know, haven't seen the movie yet because it's still in production. But like, come on, that's a fucking cool shot. I don't blame people for getting hyped up for when they see like photos like this. Come on, man. This guy's like, he's the same thing that like fucking SJWs were in like 2016. It's the fucking fun police. No one can have fun.
By God, it does not make it good. Case in point, Florence Pugh's Yelena will reportedly star in, hold up, I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Star. By star, it's probably more like she has like a cameo. She probably has like a 5-minute cameo. Because I know, what is it with the contract? Because like with the recent Spider-Man movies, it's a co-production between Marvel Studios and Sony. The way it works is there has to be like an MCU character in the movie. For Homecoming, it was Iron Man. For what was the second one called? The one where he fought Mysterio. That it was Nick Fury, and for the last one it was Doctor Strange. Us who don't leave the house except to work happen to work overnight, catching strays by Johnny. Lol.
Why on God's green earth are we referring to her character as Florence Pugh's Yelena? Florence Pugh is some 4 out of 10 bitch I don't give a crap about.
God damn, man.
I don't go to see a Spider-Man movie to see.
He's like, she's a fat ugly bitch.
Some bullshit character who should not be anywhere near Spider-Man. You haven't even gotten the
dude. This, like, in every single video, he's always angry. And that's how I know it's like it's performative. It's all of his stuff is performative. It is. He knows the blueprint from his dad because his dad is a that's a funny thing. If you look at his dad's YouTube channel, his channel's like MMA Red Pill. They have the same exact set. His dad lets him use his YouTube set to make videos.
Character of Peter Parker or Mary Jane Watson down properly, and now you're bringing in Florence Pugh's Yelena. I don't know one thing about this character. I didn't watch Thunderbolts. It was a load of shit. So
I didn't watch Thunderbolts, but it was a load of shit. How do you know it's a load of shit if you've never seen the movie? This is the thing with Ranting for Vengeance too. He will not watch something like when me and Mike the Bike did our video on he did because he had a video about the Penguin TV show, and you can tell he didn't watch a single goddamn episode of the Penguin TV show because he just spouted a bunch of bullshit that did not happen whatsoever in the show. So either he's lying that he didn't watch it, or he just like he does. I don't think he actually watches anything that he criticizes. He doesn't watch anything. He's just like he knows what talking points to say, whether it's his dad helping him script these, or like he just knows the basic talking points. And he's like, I didn't see it, but it was a load of shit. A shite.
Oh, sorry, but real comic book fans and fans of Spider-Man don't really give a crap about yelling at some character who has nothing got to do with Spider-Man. And this is a very common issue with superhero movies and these big companies. They can't even get one character right, but yet they add in millions of characters into one movie.
They added millions of characters.
Like Avengers Endgame, you couldn't even get Iron Man correct, and now you're making a big...
Dude, Endgame was the end of his character arc. What the fuck do you mean they couldn't get it right? They did get it right. That was a perfect fucking ending for the MCU Iron Man. He sacrificed. He went from being the most selfish person possible in the very first Iron Man movie to sacrificing himself to save the universe. That's like, what the fuck you mean?
Epic movie. And we already know that Hulk is going to be in this, which is another character that they just totally effed up. But the biggest fuck...
I mean, I will agree, they fucked up. They've massively fucked up Hulk's character over the years. I ain't going to disagree with that.
...up out of Marvel has been the character of Frank Castle, the
Oh my god, here we go. Listen to this.
Punisher. Now, I do have some videos about Punisher comics that you should read if you do have an interest in the character. But to tell you the truth, the Punisher is not one of my favorite comic book characters. The idea of him is really cool. He's Paul Kersey from Death Wish.
I mean, I don't know. Punisher has always been like, I don't know, just really generic to me. He's like, yeah, he's the guy with a gun and he kills people. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some entertaining stories involving Punisher and some entertaining solo stuff from him. But, like, Punisher has never been, like, my top tier. I think Punisher is better when he has other characters to work off of, like Daredevil, Spider-Man, because, fun fact, guys, Punisher started out as a Spider-Man villain. Captain America, his interactions with Captain America especially are pretty entertaining.
This stone cold vigilante mixed with an action hero like Rambo. He also takes inspiration from hard-boiled pulp characters like the Executioner. He should literally be the best character of all time, but trust me, he really isn't. From his many different comic runs, only a few are really that good. Like Jim Lee's Punisher War Journal, although flawed, has some great issues. And the same goes for the work by Mike Zeck and Chuck Dixon. Now, out of all of those runs spanning from the 80s to the 90s, one thing can be agreed on. Punisher is a hero. That's just a plain fact.
No, he's not. He's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. He's not a hero. They make that clear multiple times. Punisher himself makes that clear multiple times that he's not a hero. If you read a Punisher comic and you walk away thinking that he's a superhero, you misinterpreted the work. I'm sorry. You fucking he was a cop turned vigilante. Yeah. Well, his generally his origin is that he's like he's a war vet who became a cop. His family got caught in the crossfire of like a gang war in New York. And so in retaliation of that, he goes on a killing spree, killing all criminals. That's generally how the Punisher story operates.
That way in the original Mike Baron run, it was that way in the Jim Lee run, and it was that way in the Chuck Dixon run. And also in the Punisher graphic novels, which most people do not know about because all they read is the crap.
I'll tell you what though, there's a funny Punisher and Eminem crossover that I think you guys should read sometime. It's hilarious.
Subverted Garth Ennis run that made Frank Castle into a psychopath, which he most certainly isn't.
He is! What the fuck you mean? I think Punisher himself would admit that he's a psychopath. He's called a psychopath multiple times by different superheroes in his own comics. There is no question that he's not a psychopath. He is.
character was not that way for a good 10 years. Now I could make a full series, I don't know if you guys even want to see that, of comic characters that were ruined by the movies and later comics that changed and retconned characters to become woke and something that they aren't. Characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy, Moon Knight, Daredevil, and the Punisher.
No one knew about fucking Moon Knight prior to the TV show. He was always this. Iron Man. If Iron Man was a fucking C-lister, he was a fucking like F-lister, man. More people knew about Iron Man than they did Moon Knight. The only time Moon Knight ever got some publicity was when he like crossover with like Spiderman once in a while.
Is a big one, but the worst portrayal of the character of all time is John Bernthal. Now, I won't get into this too much because YouTube does not really like it, but Frank Castle is Italian, and if you do your research.
Frank Castle being Italian? First off, okay, like this is not like the fucking 60s anymore. There is no fucking really big distinction between like someone being Italian, Irish anymore. It's just generalized as like a white guy nowadays.
Research, John Bernthal is not. John Bernthal would be more suited to play, I don't know, the Thing.
Because the actor who plays the Punisher is Jewish. This kid is saying that he shouldn't play the Punisher. Like, I'm sorry, does that mean like fucking a Tony Soprano type would be like more suitable as the Punisher just because he's Italian? Is that how it works for you? We need like, dude, I love how like the criticism for like the criticism to like he would have for like the woke people is that black characters need to say black characters and there shouldn't be any like dude, I just like it baffles me that like, oh, you're a Jew, you can't play this character. Come on. By the way, I had no fucking idea the guy who played the Punisher was Jewish up until like people were like, he's a Jew, he shouldn't be able to play him. Like, then again, I didn't really pay attention to his last name, but it's like, come on, who cares exactly? Like, who fucking cares? He does a decent job in the role. Who cares if he's Jewish? Ranting for Vengeance does.
Just leave it at that. But all that aside, the dude just does not look like the Punisher at all. And newsflash.
I mean, the Punisher is just like a generic white guy with black hair. Anyone could look like the Punisher if they fucking like work out.
To all these people who love the Punisher TV show and love his appearance in Daredevil, he doesn't act like the character either. Freaking out, having mental breakdowns and twitching like a retard is not the Punisher. And unfortunately, he's gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And just take a look at the picture. The people are hyping this.
I mean, that looks like the Punisher to me. I don't know. That looks like the Punisher. I don't know what you want me to say.
Stop calling it comic accurate. I don't know what part of this is comic accurate.
I mean, he's got the skull. He's wearing black. I mean, that's pretty comic book accurate right there, I would say.
All I see is a retard with a shitty Punisher logo, a shitty beard, and a haircut that needs to come down out of the sky. The Punisher is a vigilante. He's not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Why the hell does he have a flat top? Actually, what am I saying? That's
the problem, is that he has like a black associated haircut. That's the problem. He has a black guy haircut. He has a black guy haircut. That is the problem.
The Punisher in his own show as well had this massive curly afro for some reason.
This massive curly afro.
Why is it so hard to get the character's haircut, shave off the beard, create the proper costume from the comics?
By the way, the proper costume from the comics is like a fucking like spandex outfit that like makes no sense for the like especially this Punisher, because like this Punisher in the MCU fucking criticizes all like the costume bullshit that like Daredevil and all of them go through, right? So why the fuck would the Punisher then at that point wear fucking spandex? Now, I think you can kind of criticize the look that like he looks like a little too like well kept, a little like too clean, like he looks too clean. Like if he looked a bit more disheveled, right? Instead of like having like a fully well groomed beard, he had like a 5 o'clock shadow. Maybe make the hair a bit more plain, a little more disheveled. I can see it there, but just go. It is a black guy hair. Black guy hair does not fit him. And like his whole problem is that he's being played by by a Jewish person. Is fucking. But by the way, YouTube, I'm not supporting it. I need to clarify this. YouTube automated bots, whoever fucking reviews this later on, I'm not supporting hate speech. I'm criticizing it. There's a huge difference. YouTube, please do not strike me.
With a trench coat and dual wield two massive guns. He only did it like one time at the end of season 2. For the rest of it, he was doing his usual shtick, twitching and freaking out like a mental retard. If I was in charge of this movie, I would just reject him straight away. Nope, the Punisher does not have big curly afro hair. He doesn't have
It's not curly afro hair. It's just fucking haircut, man.
A beard, and he's got some handicap who freaks out every 5 seconds. Just watch First Blood if you want to know what Frank Castle is. He's the same character as Rambo. He's a hero. He might be damaged.
Oh my fucking god! This is how you know this kid doesn't fucking know about this. Come on, man. Frank Castle, the Punisher, is not a fucking superhero. He's a vigilante anti-hero at best.
And he might do some stuff that isn't exactly morally perfect, but he is a hero. And that's the end of the line with the Punisher. Anybody saying otherwise has not read the 80s and 90s comics. And now onto a casting that could lead to a potential race swap. So some random black guy, I don't know who the hell he is.
I mean, his name's right there. His name's right there, Tremolo Timlin.
I don't really care, is playing a villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And people are theorizing, saying he could play Tombstone or the Prowler. And who knows, maybe that might happen. But knowing Marvel, they're gonna try to make it as woke as possible. And this
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Well, I think he's like, I don't know. He looks I don't know. Looks kind of too old to be the Prowler. I could definitely see him as like Tombstone, because Tombstone, you know, he kind of fits that like Ma Boss-esque role, you know. But like, come on, man, come on, the Prowler and Tombstone are like tied to like the fact that like they grew up in gang culture, and they rose, like not rose above it, but like they climbed a ladder to where like they're threats.
On Twitter with 15,000 spastics liking this post just proved my point. But would this not be elite casting for Norman Osborn? No.
Well, the reason why that's a conversation now is because in the newest Spider-Man animated series that you can watch on like Disney Plus, Norman Osborn is black. Now, if you're a good actor and you can play the character, I say give them the role, whether they're white, black, Asian, Spanish. Doesn't matter to me personally. Will Dafoe will always be the best Norman Osborn in my opinion, not because he's white, but just because like I think he embodies the character pretty well. The only issue I have with them like retroactively like reintroducing the Osborns is like they established that the like Oscorp was never a thing in No Way Home. You know? So like the only way I can see them making sense like story wise is like Oscorp's like a new up and coming company to like combat like Stark Industries, you know? But like, come on, man. The amount of venom spewing from his mouth, I'm gonna be swimming shoulder deep soon. Oh my god, yeah, so true.
It wouldn't. Norman Osborn is white. That guy is black.
I don't know, man. Have you seen them waves? Have you seen them Norman Osborn waves, man? I don't know, man. He got that shit on point.
Eyes, or are you retarded? What the hell's going on? 15,000 likes as well. That really does tell you the truth. It just shows you that.
Oh my god, like he's so fucking upset that people are speculating that he might play a character.
People out there who believe this kind of shit.
Thinking about Tremel Tillman getting a play with Norman Osborn, mainly Norman Osborn, but giving us little hints and teases at what his Goblin could be like is just some shit in my brain.
You see, and this is the funny thing too, is like Ranting Revengeance will never respond to like an actual YouTuber. He just responds to TikTokers. Like he'll like Ranting Revengeance will never respond to me because he knows I'll make a video making fun of him.
That is making me moist.
What?
How fucking boo-hoo. How fucking dare someone be excited about something?
If this guy's being cast as a black character, perfect. If he's Norman Osborn, then you're gonna lose a lot of fans. That cringe gay
Why? Why does it matter?
TV show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, when you start making Norman Osborn and beloved classic Spider-Man characters black, gay, race-swapped, feminist, nobody likes it. It's why that show sucked, and it's why Tom Holland's Spider-Man has always sucked. And I just saw this tweet here. I don't know what on earth it even means, but it says that Tom Holland's second Spider-Man trilogy will be his last. Just hold on a second. I'm surprised that he even got a trilogy in the first place.
Why? His movies did gangbusters. Of course they're gonna keep making movies.
When nobody ever liked this guy. But he might be getting a
You're the only one saying that you don't like him, buddy.
second trilogy. But who am I kidding? We all knew that this is what they were gonna do. Race swap beloved characters and just destroy and go against the source material. Everything that just came out about this movie has ruined it for me. I'm not gonna see it. I don't give a crap about it. And I don't think any
I'm sure you'll make a video talk about just how supposedly bad it is though, right? You'll make a video about it.
Comic book fan will. Spider-Man is the classic character from the comics. He's not weak, he's not gay. If you're a real fan of the character, then you already know that.
They didn't make him gay. Spider-Man's not fucking gay.
Reading the classic Steve Ditko run where Spider-Man is this commie-punching badass.
I mean, I'm sure there's an issue where he fights a communist, but I don't think that was his main deal. I don't think. Spider-Man, that was more of Captain America's thing, was the commie punching.
Closest we ever got to the classic Spider-Man depicted on screen was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. And why was that? Because there was actually respect for the comics. Because the people in the movie looked like the characters. And because Sam Raimi is a legendary director that made horror masterpieces and knew how to make a movie. Who is directing any of this new garbage? Whoever it is, screw your Spider-Man movie. It's gay and retarded. So if you agree with
gay and retarded.
anything I said in this video, and if you're a real fan of Spider-Man, do let me know and maybe consider subscribing. And if you got a problem with anything I said, go complain to your boyfriend.
That's right. You only have a problem with me because you're gay.